Iliad. That's the person I helped earlier with the late orc quests. Oh.
Can I help
Alright,
you?
now that the conversation is gone away. Hey, there's Aurelia. Has gone away. There's parts that had to be cut out for sure because I had to tell my homie some local information. So, I told you this earlier. How do I put this? Morgan may have believed that his family was all dead, but in fact, his daughter Sarah Lattimore is now a watcher. She's always been troubled by the circumstances surrounding her father's death. Perhaps you could go bring the news to her.
Be careful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, seriously, like, first off, anyone who uses fries, like, if anyone who uses fries still, like, I feel bad for you. Fries is like, it's a thing of the past, it's a thing of the 90s, man. Like, fuck fries. And Best Buy is absolutely garbage. Like, that sentence, I believe everything in there. Personally, did I not see this? Say that was in here somewhere? There she is. Aww. Lattimore, here you go. Hey, I have information for you. But yeah, Best Buy, like,
Hands
honestly,
on.
if you, like, don't ever pay for Best Buy. First off. The Geek Squad, shit. Like, if you have anything that you might think that you need to send to Best Buy, I highly recommend I highly recommend you just look up how to do a factory reset yourself, because that's all they usually ever do. It's just factory reset it. And then that usually solves the problem. If not, then they'll send it to their main place that they'll charge you money to send it there and have them repair it. And then for you, for me, they like send it back. It's like, oh, we couldn't find the problem, even though I told them exactly what caused the problem. They're like, oh, we can't find a way to replicate it. It's like, did you not do exactly what I told you to replicate it? Because it works every time. I even did it for the Geek Squad and showed them, like, here, this is how you do it. I'll just play my computer right here, and it'll get to that point, and I'll call you over. I did. They're like, oh yeah, that doesn't sound good. I'm like, thank you. Still have that laptop, by the way. It's behind me. I just use it for watching stuff. It is not reliable to play games anymore. I wish there was something I could have done for him. If only I talked to him before he... Oh shit, dude. Here comes Stitch's rod. Who yelled that? Oh my god. Oh, this is cool. Oh, it glows. Man, I probably would have. I don't know if I would have used it, man. Because that's it doesn't have any stats. Not that a weapon that doesn't have stats isn't good. It's just, you know, mine did, so I probably maybe. Oh, daughter's love. Yeah, me too. Fuck. Here, take this and lay it on his grave. Maybe somehow he'll know that I'm okay, and that none of us hold him responsible for what happened. There are tears in her eyes now as she slides a ring from her right hand and presses it into your hands. And thank you. Oh, poor thing. So that, the hilt actually looks pretty cool, and the sword just glows magically.
Be careful.
Okay, we're gonna go. The abomination has come forward. Oh, hey. The person who was yelling wasn't fucking. I should also type to my boy G Thug and be like, oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna be on YouTube again. I don't think he gives a fuck, but it's just funny to me. Alright, so we're gonna go turn this in, and while we're over there we can head just straight down to Stranglethorn and get that stuff done real fast. As you can see, we've gotten so much experience. So much experience for these quests. Anywho, while we're heading over there, this will be the perfect time to skip if you don't want this, but so I don't have to. I'm going to read the story of Morgan Lattimore. Morgan Lattimore was a great and noble knight who fought in defense of the innocent, the poor, and the afflicted. For many years, he worked. Gotta make sure I'm heading in the right direction. He worked diligently throughout the outlying areas of Azeroth, bringing relief to the suffering and swift justice to evil doers. He was married to a young girl named Liz. Liz or Lies, in the summer of his 18th year. Man, he got married early. But I guess back in these days, that happened all the time. Like, you get married 16, 17, 18, you're younger. Back in the medieval times, yeah. They were much in love with each other and would eventually produce 3 children, a son and 2 daughters. Morgan was 32 when war broke out. Damn, man. That was quite a few years later. Broke out in Lordaeron. Morgan was called to the side of the legendary paladin Uther, the Lightbringer, to fight against the orcs and the undead. Leaving his wife and children in the safety of his home, Morgan left for war. The years passed and the war dragged on, and Morgan would witness many horrific events, including the disbanding of the Paladins of the Silver Hand, the death of Uther, and the spread of the plague. Yeah, Warcraft 3 storyline. That's fucked up. The only thing that kept him from the brink of madness was the knowledge that he would someday be reunited with his wife and children. Oh, dude. Sucks to be you. It's gonna take a huge turn here. But to find nothing like how he remembered it, though once verdant forest was corrupt. Okay, it's right over here somewhere. Was corrupted and teemed with the undead and other dark forces. Destroyed houses and farms could be found everywhere, and the cemetery near Raven's Hill, now dominating much of the area. Shocked and bewildered, Morgan eventually made his way to his home, only to find it in ruins. Not knowing what had befallen his homeland, he headed towards the village to find answers, and he hoped his wife and children. Yeah, that's usually what you want to find. Them not dead and destroyed. Inquired about his family, but could not find any answers. A priest in Darkshire, as it was now called, said that he might search the cemetery at Ravenhill for a gravestone. Morgan refused to believe that his family was dead, and he continued to search every farm and house in Duskwood, but to no avail. Morgan rode from Darkshire to nearby Lakeshire, thinking that perhaps his family had fled. That's what I would assume. On his way, here's the grave. There, he decided against his better judgment to stop by the Ravenhill Cemetery. Morgan spent hours walking amongst the gravestones. He recognized many names of people that he knew and became more and more distraught. Then he saw them, a small, untended plot amongst the many, with 3 small gravestones. A feeling of dread washed over him as he approached. Morgan brushed off the dust. The most prominent gravestone to reveal the name on it, simply carved on grave letters, spelled out his worst fears. Liz Lattimore, beloved wife and mother. Fuck, bro. Here's your ring, bro. Oh, it's on the way. This is Sarah. Could still have the weight is removed from my shoulders. Tiff, take my sword. Archius, as my soul is put to rest. I have no need. Are you a spirit talking to me? I have no need for it. It was forged to do good, and though I proved myself worthy to hold it, perhaps you will carry the light toward it. This is my love. I'm gonna keep that sword. Fuck yeah. Fucking kidding me? Hell yeah. Ah! Sword instead of violence, lost my spirit, passive happiness. I no longer need it. I shall cling to love my daughter and hope that before goes. Oh, happy ending, guys. Oh, let's get back to fucking his dead wife. Apprehension turned to dismay and then to grief, and he fell to his knees, weeping for hours. He stared at that one grave, begging the cold stone for forgiveness and sobbing apologies. Then, hours later, something in him snapped. He began to lash out. He brought his sword out of its scabbard and began to rain blows on the gravestones. Screaming in rage, blind in his fury, he lashed out and swung wildly, catching the notice of a trio of the cemetery's attendants. As they tried to restrain him, he turned his focus to them, hurling accusations of guilt upon the innocent attendants, and then killed them all. Alright, shit happens. Later, when the rage had passed, realization crept into Morgan's mind, and he saw his bloody sword driven into the chest. So one of the attendants, driven to the brink by his emotions, he removed his belt knife and plunged it into his heart. Morgan Latimore's body and the 3 bodies of his victims were found. The next day, he was quickly buried without ceremony in a hastily dug grave on the outskirts of the cemetery because Morgan committed murder against innocence, something that went completely against his beliefs and his nature, and because of the grief that he held in being unable to save his family, Morgan could not die a peaceful death and lived on as one of the relentless dead. Only days later, his grave was disturbed and his body could not be found. The being that was Morgan now wanders Duskwood, consumed by his grief over the loss of his wife and children, and his own self-hatred. Morladim, as he now calls himself, roams Duskwood with mindless vengeance and hatred, and has been known to commit murder indiscriminately. Whoa, man. That's crazy. Man, I gotta tell you, the stories in Duskwood are so fucking awesome. Like, I honestly feel like Duskwood is where they put some of the most story content into out of almost anywhere in this entire game. Like, it is so themed and done so well. Like, that's the second time I've just been blown away by the stories just from journals and shit. Like, it's so good. That's so good. Wow. Okay.
Greetings.
Alright. Find the records? If Curzon knows Thorson's secret, then we have a spy in our midst. We must determine how the secret was leaked. Thorson's contact with him was bookie around Curzon self knows everything, nothing in the compound. If we can get Harold's notes on records, we can find we were still with Curzon. Bookie's office was on the top floor of the camp's only 2-story house.
Be careful.
On it. I thought we were gonna have to go storm one or some shit. I was like, fuck that. But no. It's okay. We can do this. It's in one of the houses in the compound, which would have been nice. Would have been nice to do when we were doing quests over there. That would have been some good experience that we could have gotten. Now we're just gonna pretty much skip everyone that we can. This guy's doing the quest. Again, you protect Thorson from these two, and he gives you the quest. There you go. So we need to go up there, find the records, and deal with it. That story, though, man, I'm still blown away. Like, that's crazy. Can't believe that that his daughter lives and shit. It's like there. Where's the 2-story house? Oh, this is the 2-story house. It's like, where the fuck is the 2-story house? I'm gonna try to dodge as many of these people as I can. Anyone who follows me will of course die. There's the books. Awesome. But try to avoid as many of them as I can, just so people can still get the quest kills. Unfortunately, I pulled quite a few of them, but I mean, only 5 is not that horrible in the grand scheme of things. But yo, what's this medicine man doing up here? What's this fighter doing up here? The hell? I'll just keep killing this medicine man. Because they're annoying healers. I've noticed that this fiery blaze is not really that like helpful. As on my prop pally, or on my rep pally, but on my prop pally that could actually be pretty nice. I have it. I'm gonna equip it once I get a new sword. But anything that can hit multiple people with any sort of damage helps with aggro. So I think that's gonna be really nice on him. But it's not very useful for my pally, but it's free damage. Although no mention of Private Thorson is found in these records, hidden within the bindings of the house. Legend brings a small brass key in There's a secure strong box contained among the grace papers. The boxes are stockpile. The camera complex at the back of the cruiser compound. In this secure strong box is found the small box key. You can open it. I gotta go inside the compound. Let's do this. Again, this would have been amazing to have. Earlier and shit, but that's okay. I think it's either gotta be in one of the side hole cubbies, or in that down part way in the back by I think there was a doghouse down there or something. I'm still not 100% positive about that. But it's gotta be one of those sides, so we're gonna go check for that. That is iron. So yeah, we'll check those two spots. It's gotta be in one of those two, I would imagine. Either back here or down there. So I would assume that this has to be. Okay, not over here. That would make sense for why that place is there in the first part. In the first place. Why this area is here at all. That would make sense to me. And why there's a sergeant over here. It also makes sense to me. Oops, I can't go out that direction. Yeah, there is a doghouse over here. What the fuck? Alright. There's the lockbox over here somewhere. In the doghouse. No? Really? Maybe Sergeant Mouth is another part of the quest. Let's read it again. Bookie Herald. I mentioned part of that. First studies and there's a few references to a secure, strong box that contained among the first papers. The box is somewhere within the stockpile. Right, yeah. I don't know why I didn't read that part. I know what the stockpile is. We're in the wrong section. Warrior. Be blessed with the power of strength and shit. Hidden key. I know what hidden key is. Don't you tell me about the hidden key. I know what a hidden key is. I think. It could be outside. Now that I'm looking at that. It says within the complex. That doesn't mean it's in here. Wait, the cavern complex at the back of the compound. Yeah. I feel like that's over here, right? Like this stockpile? Oh, y'all referring to this stockpile? Yep, there we go. Yeah, I was right. Fucking this thing will tell me the hidden key's over here. Go fuck yourself. Like, I know a stockpile when I see a fucking stockpile. How dare you try to fuck with me? Let's go, cool. Alright. To Lieutenant Doran at the rebel camp. Got it. Let's get out of here. I want to look at this muddy note. I want to see what my note says. Day 1, upper camp. Break lunch, candy pass, upper camp. Same schedule as day 1. Same schedule. Same schedule with one exception. Just before sunset, Thorson had me cover for him as he crept down the canyon pass. I assumed he went to meet with our agents, but I returned an hour later. This surprised me. I had hoped he met with our agents and would rejoin Curzon. Something is wrong. Day 5. Thorson was very agitated today. Whatever he saw or whomever he met during his excursion yesterday must have scared him. I assume our agent spoke with him, but when I asked Thorson where he went while I covered for him, he remained quiet. He believes I am his friend, and he believes he is protecting me from a dangerous secret. His loyalties are misplaced, but they are strong. When he rejoins us, he will be a valuable addition to Curzon's forces. Day 6. How fucking long is this? Okay, only 24 pages. Early in the morning, Thursday spoke at length with Sergeant Yahwa. I had to pretend I still slept, and so was unable to move within earshot. I assume they spoke of Thorson's earlier excursion. I watched him closely at lunch and noticed Yahwa doing the same. Later, Doran summoned Thorson. The three of them share a secret. Doran and Yahwa must know that Thorson is meeting with our agents. He is spying for the rebels. who gives Thorson no more intelligence, and we must kill him. He is of no more use to our colonel. I'll put an end to Thorson if given the opportunity, but if you receive this letter, then you will know I have not yet had the chance. In which case, I suggest Thorson's next meeting with our agents is a fatal one. Hail, Curzon M. Well, guess who M is? Merrily. Yo, I gotta get ready to chase this bitch down. I don't know if this is the one. The note gave you a sign with M. I don't know what that could mean, but the note also says this person shared patrol routes with Thorson last week. So whoever shared patrol with Thorson last week must be the traitor. Go to Corporal Sethman. He handles the patrol schedules and can let you know.
For the Alliance.
Yo, I ain't gonna let that motherfucker get out alive, I'll tell you that right now.
Hey there.
Oh yes, I can check that for you. Let's see, last week it was, why, it was perfect. Private Merrily! Oh, I have the fucking name. Here he comes.
See you later. What can I do for
No,
you?
not gonna happen, bro.
Can I help you?
How did you know?
Greetings.
How did you hear
Can I
that?
help you? Greetings.
That's right, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. Yeah, you wanna get in on this ass whooping? Fucking right, you wanna get in on this ass whooping. That's what I fucking thought. Fucking wanna. Gotta squat on this bitch. Alright, who am I talking to? Report to Doran. That's not horrible. That's pretty cute. New shoes. Did Lieutenant Doran want you to report back the information to him? Sure, I imagine so.
Well met.
It pains me to find out that it was Merrily who betrayed us. He has always been a brave soldier, and I had thought his heart was true, but it is a great relief to have found him out with a spy like him among us. We would not have lasted long as Colonel Crow. So, well, we beat him, even with him spying on us. So, like, you know,
I supply only the finest goods.
it's not like it's not like he actually ever did shit. So, yeah. Hey, after 35 gold.
For the Alliance.
All right, that is the last of those ones for sure. Yeah, I think that's a good call. Thanks, Cage. I agree with you wholeheartedly. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hearth back to Ironforge, cause I need to go to bed earlier tonight. So I probably just gotta switch over. Maybe play a game or two of Heroes. I don't know. See how I'm feeling, and then call it for the night. So I think tomorrow we will restart with this. I'm going to see if I can look up how to do this sweet amber stuff, purely just because it gives 1 gold. I don't think it's going to give like any experience, but it gives 1 gold, and I want a free gold for doing jack shit. So we'll see if we can figure that out. I'm thinking tomorrow. I'm assuming I'm on call again. I doubt that's gonna be. I doubt I'm going into work. So when I wake up, probably do Cortello's riddle. Potentially do Cortello's riddle. See if I can do that stuff out. See if I can have the sweet amber ready to go. Do those 2 real quick, and then we'll head back to Paladin Quest. I think I want to find out what this Paladin Quest is without trying to do too much of Western Plaguelands in general. So we'll see. See what happens. It's right over here. I know exactly where that camp is. I've been there many times in like BC and shit, BC 1OK and whatnot. So I know exactly where it is.
Hello.
And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I quite enjoyed our little trip back down memory lane, finishing off some of the quests, reading some very interesting stories. finding out a lot of information. Ah, fuck, man, like, it was just so cool. Like, it was cool to relive some of those, to be able to help people with the quests that they needed, and getting some of that goodwill to bounce back at us. Now, again, we do have one more quest besides Cortella's Riddle, but that's, like, not really... It's not really a Stranglethorn quest. You pick it up in Stranglethorn, but, like, you don't do it in Stranglethorn, so, like... You know, I don't really care. You're back! He's one of the only one. Yeah, he's the only one that says rebel soldier. Quote unquote rebel ass soldier, my ass. Anywho. Yeah. So we do technically have one more quest in Stranglethorn. Who would have known? I didn't know. And did I learn how to make those barbecue? Because I went to that place and I did that. Yep, barbecue buzzard wings right here. Bam, we can go kill some of those. What's that? Oh, wait, which one is that for? Oh yeah, for Smot's thing, we can also do that. Jungle Vine Wine. Is that over here? That might be, probably up in, Buddha Bay, I'd imagine. Yeah, not on that person. I don't think anyone else here sells stuff, so.
Hey there.
Hey, Yahweh. Anywho. Yeah. So maybe we grab some of that stuff off the cameras. But for now, I want to thank all of you so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. Hopefully in the future, Questy can really help us out. You know? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really excited to know where a bunch of quests are that I can do, so I have more experience and all that stuff. I already kind of explained it to you. But in all of our fooling around, we did manage to get almost 2.5 bars. Like 2 1/3, but almost 2.5 bars. And again, every bar towards level 60 is appreciated. So thank you for joining me. I will see you next time when we take care, hopefully, of this Pally quest.